Y'all ready to game?
Yeah.
Not the side, Darkle.
No, that was a quiet.
Oh, okay. It just sounded like you unmuted to sigh and then
No,
muted again.
no. Our session was not nearly as tragic as the warrant thought. You couldn't hear, but I knocked on wood just in case.
This is good. This wards off the evils. Settling down in an open room after your battle with the little shadow drakes, you all organize your things and begin your rest. What is the order of watches?
I feel like I've gone first in the past. Could
I
be
think
wrong.
Soba went last.
This sounds about right. It could also be a different order. We could start thinnest first, Soba last,
Ortix would probably go first or second, so.
first or second. Cool. Thinnest, Ortix, Azadan, Soba then. You all begin to rest in any way you sort of can in this empty stone room, empty dark stone room at that, keeping the door closed and a sort of ear to it. Each of you take your watches, and as you sleep, Azadan, I am going to take you immediately down to the waiting room. As you settle into sleep, a vivid dream begins. A room sort of substantiates around you these thick gray bricks lining the walls, a roaring, it's hard to tell if it's a furnace or a fireplace to your left, and on the other side of the room, pressed against the wall, is a large dragon with vivid red scales. What would you like to do?
Am I in the dream? Am I just am I sitting up from laying down, or am I just like a person in a dream? Like, am I standing up?
You are standing up. It feels like you just sort of, you don't know what happened to get you here in the dream, but you are standing.
So it's just me and the dragon.
Yes.
I feel like they're a bit apprehensive to say anything. They're just looking for an exit or something aside from the things that they've seen already.
Okay. Can you, as you put your hand to the wall behind you, sort of peeking around the room, you feel that there is no door behind you. Can you give me a perception check? Cool. As you are looking around the room, you have a hard time finding an exit. It seems like the only sort of out from this room is the fireplace. As you can assume it has some sort of chimney or the sort, or it looks like it. You also notice, as you sort of are scanning the room and look at the dragon, it has these large scars across its body.
I mean, fuck it, let's sort of lose. As an end, we'll try to get closer and examine the dragon further.
Okay. As you get closer, you notice it sort of press itself farther against the wall, like push itself away from you, and as it snorts, a bit of smoke comes out of its nose, but it is not actively attacking you. It seems scared.
How big is this?
This is what you could assume to be like an adult red dragon.
Okay.
Like, very large.
They're gonna sit down, at whatever the distance was where the dragon started to, flinch back to the wall or whatever, and just, they'll sit down, and they'll maybe point their head down and blow a little smoke down too, and see what the response is.
Cool. Can you give me diplomacy to make an impression?
Is that hidden or public?
Nope. Public.
Can I? No, I'm alright. I'm a.
It's fine. This isn't a like a terribly important role. As you do that, it sort of tries to get up and trying to think of how to sort of describe it. It sort of tries to get up. You see it stumble against the wall it's already sort of pressed up against, and a bit more flame comes out of its sort of mouth and nose as it is sort of taking your advances. You can assume to be like, you're not trying to be aggressive, but it is scared and sort of takes it that way.
Interesting question. Is this before or after we get the benefits of arrest?
I would say after.
That's unfortunate.
Is there something that would change it one way or another?
Yeah, I would like to use a spell slot. Is the reason I'm asking.
You know what? I'll say for this sake, it's in the dream anyway. So, yeah, feel free to use that. It'll be before the rest.
Okay, that's just going to from their distance, reach their hands out a little bit and let the soothing flames wash over the dragon. And even if it's not like these wounds, I assume are old, and it's not, if it's not healing them, it's just gonna want the sensation to wash over them.
Feel free to click the versus living and then roll the healing.
Another one. Knocking on wood did not work.
These sort of healing flames wash over these scars and wounds on the dragon, and you see some of them start to patch up and sort of start to close, or some of the scales reappear over scarred tissue, and you see the dragon start to calm down.
I think they'll still not try to stand, just remaining low. Most animals, you don't want to be taller than them. It's not really going to be a problem here, but they still don't want to scare them by be getting taller.
Yeah, for sure.
Going to watch their behavior for a bit and see if anything changes.
They, through mostly exposure at this point, they sort of start to calm down. You would more than likely know that, especially once they become adults or larger, the dragons understand language. They can speak. They're very intelligent creatures.
Azadan's going to speak to them in Draconic then.
Oh, so true. I forgot you had that. Then yeah, what do you say?
Are you alright?
A surprised look washes over them as they stammer out, "No, they're coming for me. The walkers with their sticks and their swords, they keep me here."
By walkers, do you mean the people? They'll signal at themselves, I guess.
Slowly and anxiously, the dragon nods their head.
I do not know whoever is trying to hurt you, but I do not know you, and I have no intention of doing whatever they are doing.
They let out a hesitant, sort of breath. And as they do that, you start to hear footsteps, several of them, behind.
President will hold their like. How do I explain this? They'll stand up in a like they'll twirl to the other side as they're standing up to kind of have the dragons to their back
Mhm.
and try to harness whatever it is that they usually do magically to summon Glacial.
It is as you do this and turn around and face what was a wall and is now a large doorway which begins to open, and as soon as it begins to open you start to see like a prodding stick like enter the doorway, and as around you the sort of look of you summoning Glacial, the sort of winter winds coming from the plane of ice start to appear, and it is then that you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you see from your eyes your own body sort of uncomfortable in your bed in this room. And with that, you wake up. Let's hop back up.
Welcome back.
Ortix, as you are ending your watch, you turn around to hear a restless Azadan and Glacial shaking Azadan awake.
Uneasy?
There might be more to what we know.
Well, I don't think there's a lot that we do know. You gonna be okay, or do you need me to take this one?
I'll try. Like I'll probably be fine. Pop more when the entire group is awake.
Okay. Shake me awake if there's any trouble. And Ortix will walk over to a corner and to probably sit to sleep.
To roost in the corner.
Just
Cool.
because he's a bird.
As they're, I assume this is wrapping up the scene.
Mhm.
As they're like taking the position to guard the door and maybe sitting down near it, Azan will harness whatever thing they do to like sense magic and with Arcana or whatever,
Mhm.
and try to use like what they feel to make a tiny drake with their flames as the scene fades out.
This is good. And with that, the rest of the watches pass fairly uneventfully. And we come to morning. Everybody with, a sort of 6 to 8 hours ish under their belt, start going through your morning prep and get ready for another couple hours of adventuring.
There was stuff we wanted to do with the box, right? I don't remember if there's anything specific we wanted to buy, but I think there was stuff we wanted to sell.
I know we got the jar, like the bottles being handled before, so that was mine.
Yeah, and you have some in your inventory now, right? Perfect then. Ugh.
Alright, we're gonna sell the mask.
Right, yeah.
50 gold in the pocket.
It's true. Some freak topside wants the skin mask.
Yeah. How much are the hand wraps again?
Not
50?
very. I think they're less than that. They're not
It's like-
that
I
expensive.
want to say 35, but I don't actually know.
Hand wraps of mighty blows, 35 gold.
35.
Yeah, can I get those?
Yeah, sure.
So you're selling
Skin saw mask.
skin saw masks. I will add that.
Literally no use for that.
I'll add that 50 gold.
hopefully
This broken
the other
tusk
party-
pendant we said could be useful. I don't know if anyone in particular wanted to take it.
What is it? I'm trying to find the area.
It's
where we should-
it's in the stash. It's an invested item. It gives you +1 bonus to nature checks. And +2 if you're commanding animal.
Does anybody in the other party have use for that? Do we think?
Sure.
I've been leaving shit in there like that I think they might be able to use, and I've recently learned they can't access it, or they haven't been. I got yelled at for not giving them items, and I think if they want that, we should like just put it there and wait. I don't know how much money it's worth, but
If it's something you want to offer to the other team, I will bring it up sort of at the start of their session. That there's an item being gifted to them, and whether or not they want it.
yeah, if they don't want it, like we'll sell it. But otherwise, like I'd rather if them not lose out an item they could use.
We should also sell our 20 simple paintings.
No. We literally have a use for that.
I don't think. Wait, are we selling them? I thought we were giving them to.
No, we're
Lilith.
getting them evaluated. See if there's anything anyone who can figure something out.
I was gonna say, I thought we. Yeah.
Then with that, I will actually take these out. I will take the paintings out for now.
Buy 80
As
gold.
Hand them to Lilith with the note.
I mean, you can always sell them,
Someone
you
who was
know,
leaving,
after.
Somebody.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
So I'll take these out for now, and
How do I do the hand drops thing? I'm still not sure how to purchase.
Go to your equipment. Like open your character thing. And then by weapons and shields, hit the browse, and then find the hand wraps and hit the buy button. You can probably do that from the stash since it should pull the gold from there, but
That probably a smarter idea.
mhm.
Yeah, and then you can just drag it onto your character sheet.
Any other buying or selling after the hand wraps? It'll be about 63 gold left in the stash.
probably a couple potions just in case.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Should probably grab a few.
Soba has 1 potion on him.
I have none.
Hold on.
I have 1.
Probably have more than one.
Consumable. Minor healing potion is port roll. We'll get a couple elixirs.
I'm still gonna think about it like daily, so. And I'm the one with the box, so I usually just also have potions on me anyway.
We just need to remember not to use potions like if our HP is down, because like if it's not something that'll stop you from going down anyway, like we shouldn't be drinking them.
Would I be able to invest in the time we have, or is that just something I should like do?
Yeah, you do investing
Mhm.
as part of daily prep.
Yep.
I want to like. How do I start? Because how do I want to phrase this? I want to start the process of preparing a tattoo. That would take me a day, right?
Yeah, I think with how crafting stuff works, let me double check with my notes of like the adjusted downtime activity. Actually, you would need to take actual downtime for doing those sorts of things. So
Okay.
that would be like on top of the 8 hours of pure resting, you would take like an extra couple hours to start prepping one of those things.
Never mind then.
Cool. So got some more elixirs of life in the storage. 10 minor packing. Emergency get off the floor tools.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Cool. With that being said, then let us Azadan, did you actually want to
Yeah.
mention stuff? Cool. So we'll start with that sort of as, you know, you guys finish doing all of your requests that you put in the night before from why is her name escaping me?
Lilith.
Yeah, Lilith. Oh my god. Forgetting
You put it
my
not that long ago too.
yeah. All your requests that you put in for Lilith are, sort of coming back to you as you check the box in the morning. And as you guys are prepping to actually head out, we'll sort of give you guys the floor.
So, Artix, when you when I woke up last night in a panic, I had a dream that felt different than normal.
How
And
so?
I think it related to the dragon that we might have seen in the painting.
Hmm.
They seemed panicked and hurt.
The dragon?
Yes. At first, we were alone in a room, and they seemed very wounded. And after I healed them and assured them that I was not going to hurt them, they let me know that they had been hurt by, they said walkers, which I assume, and I did signal and ask some people, and they agreed.
Hmm.
They were coming to hurt them, and then just before I woke up, I heard footsteps behind me and the sound of blades.
Hmm.
I fear that one of the reasons that we may be coming down here might not be good, as they say. We, we might be the walkers.
Hmm. So, wait, the walker. Hold on. Sorry, out of character. The
Yeah.
walkers are the
The
people
dragon?
from the painting.
The dragon implied there were people like that hurt them, and like just like
Okay.
all Azadan did was signal, like when the dragon said people, Azadan signaled to themselves, and the dragon nodded.
Okay. Ortix sort of crosses his arms and sits in thought for a moment, trying to sort of process the information he was just given. Um, are you hmm, are you suggesting there's something being, some sort of creature or something being affected by our actions or the actions of delvers coming into this place?
Perhaps, or maybe deeper within, there is something that other delvers have done and that have hurt it. I can't be too sure, and we previously faced the tiny tar drakes before, so everything is kind of vague. We might not even be sure that that the dragon is telling the truth, but it did not feel like they were trying to lie to me.
I don't think a cornered creature would have reason to lie, but it is a curious thing. Definitely makes you wonder where the rumors of riches and wishes come from.
They just nod. I simply think we need to take a more critical view at what we're doing when we are down here.
Well, at the very least, I think we've been pretty careful with the wildlife, but there have been some unfortunate circumstances that we've been in, so perhaps something to think about going forward.
I did see one last thing before I awoke.
What was that?
As I turned to defend them and tried to summon Glacial, I saw my own uncomfortable body on the ground, and I do not know if that was the shared senses from her, which they'll look at her and kind of like try to get an opinion, like a continued or something else.
They would like nod. It more than likely was simply that, as she was trying to wake you up and sort of showing that you were in a bad dream.
Okay. Yes.
Well, I
we
guess
do.
that checks out since she was shaking you awake.
Don't know. I still do think we should be careful, but I think we are in agreement.
Well, I think we've taken precautions to this point and we should maintain them. Perhaps something to inform Thinis of, as he's probably like, I imagine everyone's awake at this point.
Yeah, I was under the impression that was a group activity. We were just
Okay,
taking up the conversation.
Because you directed it to Ortix, so I didn't know if this was like specifically to everybody. But
you guys are in a, what is this?
Confined space.
A 30-foot by 15-foot room, like getting ready to leave.
Even if this wasn't like directly including everybody, this is not like a whispered conversation. We're just talking.
Yeah. In which case, instead, Ortix will just definitely something for us to keep in mind. But I can't say I'm able to quite put these pieces together myself right now. Definitely a lot feels like going over my head, but I think if what you're telling me is to be understood, then we should maintain our precautions going forward and not throw it to the wind, as they say.
Cool. There's
all that's a little beyond me. I'll just continue doing as I've been doing and hope for the best. Besides, it's not like we can leave.
Wow.
Even if we did learn our influence here has negative effects, we can't really return. We committed.
As far as we know so far.
I like to live my life fairly carefree without worry of such things. So long as I live a good life and I'm not hurting anyone, not deserving of it at least, then I think I'm doing all right.
I like to think that at the very least we've been, respectful of this is, I guess, the best way to say it. Not that not disrupted any sort of balance by our actions, but definitely at least tried to be respectful.
Dennis doesn't say anything, but as soon as Ortix says that, his mind immediately flashes back to stabbing the paintings in the other room.
Azeran isn't thinking about that right now.
Ortix is not thinking about those paintings.
Yeah. When they tell my story in generations to come, I will be painted as the good guy, so I'm not worried. Anyway, we're all up and at it, so let's get going, shall we?
During that conversation, I'm gonna change one of the leads I'm pursuing from questioning the origin of the fog to the questioning where the rumors of the wish originated from.
Oh, okay. Sounds damn good to me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, make sure to use your rations and so on and so forth.
Oh yes.
If you haven't already, make sure to set your stamina to, or your resolve points back to full, spell slots back to full, all of the usual daily things you may or may not do.
The rations may say one left for Sobo, but in actuality I have an extra one sitting around, so I actually have 8 left.
Cool. Then with that, let's get to our first roll of the die today. The good old...
I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom, and you caught me immediately when the session started. But
Yeah, go
knocking on wood is a good roll.
Just like me, for real. As soon as you left, I immediately went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's roll this then, and hopefully, Darkle is pleasantly surprised when they're back.
Smile.
6, 6, 6, 6, 6.
Give me a quick second here.
Actually, enough encounters. We want to make progress.
Well,
Dennis rolled a 5.
Dennis did roll a 5. Oh no, I had Dennis selected.
Let's go. I'm goaded.
Thank you, Thinnis. Thank you.
Notes for 5 say mad chillin'. Let's go.
I'll wait for to get back to fully describe what y'all see as y'all go.
I imagine we're just trying to navigate through these halls.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully going down more than up, if we're even going up at all.
Oh yeah, whoever wants to can give me, whoever feels comfortable in the skill can give me some survival checks.
I feel comfortable.
To
Private or
Oh no, they don't have to be private. Just for more general, like still being able to sense the sort of time of day and stuff like that, and how long you guys have been down here.
I'm trained in that.
Damn right you are. Sheesh.
I'm also trained in
A snake always knows north and what time of day it is.
Not something I often heard from the Nagaji back home, but
Or wait, I think it was birds that always knew which way was west. Isn't that what it was? Or south? What are the directions? Where's south, Ortix? Give me a survival check.
I mean, with
how good was my survival check?
with
GM?
with that 18, you'd definitely be able to get a sense of your direction, where you are.
Well, typically I use my quills to navigate, and he sort of slicks them back and points towards south.
Impressive. I had no idea.
What did I?
I only know where north is, and he points the opposite direction.
The Fates die roll was a 5. So as you guys depart, entering the hallway and heading back into these endless sort of halls, you've got the idea for how they work now after spending a couple hours in them the day previous, along with for Thinnis and Azadan's sake, a couple notes that have been left in the journal about sort of the other party having been in here. You have a decent idea of how to navigate things.
Wait, the other party's been in here? I thought we were further below them, though.
Smiles. But as you sort of navigate these halls, it's for the most part quiet. You occasionally hear a banging, like banging or clawing on some of the doors as something tries to get out into the hall after you, but for the most part you are largely unbothered, and the only things you hear are sort of idle conversation between party members along with the sounds of your travel. And after some walking, you guys notice a light at the end of one of the halls as it seems to break back into the open air. So let me move everybody back over to the come up for air as I move you back over again to the overworld map.
Is this where we moved to from where we were?
Yes. Last time you guys were over here. You guys have now come out over here. You just hold down left click.
What is this line?
That line, that was a
You
a
just
path
went
that
first.
the other group found.
I see.
Except it went up instead of down for them, and so they didn't take it.
Bad news. Well, I guess I assume. Well, actually, wait. That's right. This is weird map.
Yeah, this isn't
I'll just wait for
necessarily
you to
like
sort of explain. Yeah.
this isn't necessarily a hill. It does like go up slightly, but you don't think it is enough to really affect you all that much. A sort of longer path over towards the left here, which is hard to make out due to the sort of rocky nature of it, what lies towards the end of it. To your, I guess, your character's lefts, over here, you can see that there is a large hole in the wall surrounded by like protrusions of the sort of castle-y wall, reminiscent of the halls you were just walking through. Just a huge gap, a huge hole in the wall that is just like there's no ledges or anything to sort of walk from there. Merely a bit of open air.
So what? Like we'd have to jump over to it if we wanted to go that way.
Well,
If we even could.
I feel like fly is the better word.
Roll me
This
up to 5 right now.
this is also like certainly elevated, like it is above you.
Yeah.
You know that there are cliffs sort of below you over here, which there may be some connection to one way or another. Other than that, it is up to you if you would like to wander along the this open air, or like this open ledge, and see if there's other paths towards other points of interest that you want to go to, or sort of other directions, or if you want to continue through the halls and sort of go back into the hole that you came from, and there are more ways down.
Well, I'm a fan of the open air, so I know where my foot is.
My concern is this looks pretty steep.
It's not. Miss was just saying that it's not steep. Like we could walk that way just fine.
Then let's do that.
Cool. In which case, let me roll another roll for you guys.
Oh, there was one thing I wanted to buy. Crap.
Ooh, bad news.
Uh-oh.
Can I use my hero point?
What did you want to buy?
I wanted to see if there was a climber's kit.
Is it too late? Can we still get that? I don't know why you'd need that, but
For later. I don't even know if that's something that's real.
I'm not seeing one here.
I know it was in... Yeah, climbing kit.
Oh,
5 silver.
Climbing.
I think I'm actually going to save for the extreme one. Dozen pythons and hammer grappling hook.
The level 3 one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to wait to get the level 3 one.
Certainly not a bad idea.
Yeah, just being able to have the assurance that if we ever come into a situation where we have to climb to not auto dive, we fail a save would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm going to critically succeed every time I succeed with climbing very soon.
See, I look my speed already.
Yes, I believe you can give Glacial a climb
no,
or
that's-
swim speed.
That's third level for climb speed. Never mind.
Oh.
Next time.
Either way, let me get these
This
prepped.
is like
as
our
you guys...
third or fourth extreme encounter we rolled. What the
Mm.
fuck?
Oh, did we really roll a 1? Oh, wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
That's why I can use my hero point.
We've rolled 3 of these?
Damn,
think.
we've fought a lot of extreme encounters, yeah.
There was the wolves. Was there one before the last one that we rolled?
There
We rolled
was... I'm pretty sure the guy with the horse-killing blade.
That was a boss, wasn't it?
No, not that
No.
one. The one before. The one that also had a wolf.
That was not an extreme encounter.
I think that was a severe.
Oh, that was
Down
severe?
there. Yeah.
Okay.
This is I believe your guys' third, because there was wolves. Last one was crabs.
Cockatrice.
Yeah,
no,
crabs and the cockatrice, and then this one. Either
the
way, let me
tiny dragons were not extreme.
get this
Like I
prepped.
said, the knocking on the wood did not work.
Fuck though, it was fake ass wood.
It's actually the third one today. I rolled 2 earlier, and now we have that one.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's
My
okay. That means
bad,
there's no more
guys.
today.
It's not true. Life does not go by the rule of 3.
Is this not a Nintendo game?
Bad news.
Oh fuck.
Maybe now that we're outside, we won't have to worry about any undead again.
Perhaps.
Ideally.
I
I
would
can't
prefer
bite
not to.
those.
The subtle foreshadowing meme with a bunch of undead hitting us and biting us every time.
No, not the undead troop again.
Oh man!
Now there's 3 of them.
Ooh, I don't have praise fire anymore.
Ooh.
What were the undead's weakness?
AoE and slashing.
Yeah,
AoE
Yeah,
because it was a group enemy.
yeah. That's
Slashing because there were shamblers.
Yeah.
Okay. I love not being able to use meta knowledge in Pathfinder because it's so different from 5e.
I feel like you can at least understand that there's a billion guys. You want to hit a lot of them at the same time.
Yeah, but I also see that there's undead, and I go, "Oh yeah, you want to burn them?"
Yeah,
That's just not right.
that was definitely the Azadan plan.
Well, that's just the Azadan plan.
I mean, they have ice, but undead gets burned.
Alrighty then. As your group is walking.
It took a long time to set that up.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the maps I prepped today, due to a couple things that could change what was actually on the maps, I didn't have stuff actually on the maps already. So I'm having to. I have written down plans for what's supposed to be there, but not actually tokens on the board yet. So
I see.
I had to do that and mystify them, and hopefully it actually fucking works.
I
This
guess we'll
time.
find out.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Name of Monster pop up when they roll
Yeah.
something.
It's okay. I think this one, even if I didn't mystify it, it's kind of a given. Either way,
Hey.
as you guys are walking along these cliffs, you notice a sort of incline in the wall up ahead, and let me take you guys over to. You notice an incline in the wall with a collection of branches and various sort of debris into that wall, with a large ledge that this sort of end of it here. Let me use my actual thing. the sort of end of it at the southern side of the map goes up, like points up a bit. What does your party do?
This is like up the wall or in the wall?
In the wall. Think of this entire thing sort of inclining, not. It's more of an overhang than like an actual cave. Like it doesn't actually go that deep into the wall.
I see. And then this is just like a hill that goes up off the cliff.
Yep.
We very clearly see this structure of sticks and twigs, right?
Yes.
It's like large. Okay.
Yep.
May I do a survival check for searching the immediate area for tracks or, droppings, like feathers or whatever, scales?
Yes, you can. You manage to find some sort of downy white and brown feathers. Along with how far out? Like move yourself to sort of where you are looking if you're not looking like immediately around. Also, as per usual, you guys can start yourselves wherever you want in the circle.
So we'll be checking like right here, and as he picks it up off of the ground, he'll hold it up and then like reach over to Ortix and then just like with his free hand lift one of Ortix's feathers without pulling it from him and like measure the size difference.
Ortix raises an eyebrow at this.
Does it seem like we're dealing with a larger bird than Ortix?
Yes.
I should hope so by the size of that nest.
I feel like you would make a pretty big nest.
My home was rather it was pretty normal size for my village.
Well, that doesn't help.
Yeah, I know.
Can I roll nature on it or something?
Yes.
I don't have a good nature, but they're yapping right now. It's a great
Yeah.
What is my plus one intrigue?
Oh, no, it's all good. Let me see real quick. Crazy. You recognize these feathers to be those of a griffin. You might have heard of them occasionally, having lived towards the north, with sort of the larger mountain ranges there, as they fly from mountain range to mountain range and sort of pick off prey that are sort of beneath them. Certainly top of their food chain.
The second that you said brown or white feathers, I already knew.
When we saw a large nest, I had a feeling.
I had some hope, but
I feel like there's more to it than just being a griffin, though.
yeah, the babies.
Oh,
Wait.
And then I will communicate that this is a griffin nest and nothing else.
Do you think there might be eggs?
I had a bad feeling.
We do not want those eggs.
They're like... Why?
They taste terrible.
No. Picture this. And he'll slide on up next to Thinnis and like put an arm around his shoulder. Imagine this man mounted atop of a powerful griffin. A true visage of a warrior.
What does that have to do with the eggs?
I might.
You could raise it from the egg.
I am letting you know. I might be the fire person, but I am not incubating a griffin egg.
We already have an expert on incubation of eggs. And he gestures to Ortix.
Is that racist?
You made a lot of assumptions about what I've done in my life.
Yeah.
I am also fairly proficient and aware. You just wrap yourself around them and keep them warm.
Might be a bit large for us.
Wait, are Nagashi born from eggs? I don't know. Yes, I think so.
Hmm.
Well,
Never worried
listen,
myself about such trivial things.
listen, if you want to go punch a griffin, that's fine. We just have to know now before I try and sneak around it.
I would like to not punch the griffin.
That is
As it is pointing at the cliff, they can just drop us down there.
As you
I'm a bit
guys
wary.
as you guys are having this sort of huddle,
Good.
Glaciel, who hasn't actively participated in the
Yeah.
conversation, but sort of simply looking around, notices a small white fuzzy head pop up over the side of the nest.
Oh.
Oh, there's babies.
He's going to tug at Acid and like get a little bit like, we should leave sooner than later. And she will point like to like at the for the party to look at the head.
Dang.
We
No
do
eggs,
not,
already
we do
born.
not want to be around.
I fear there's probably more where that came from. Do we want to try to like walk a bit long, like this around?
Yeah, give him a wide berth.
Artix will hesitantly take a few steps in this direction.
I'm waiting for game pause.
Sobo.
I'll let everybody, take their walk.
Wait.
Hey.
I fucking knew it.
I said I'd let everybody take a walk. Hold on, we gotta let Soba move.
Yeah, I'm looking for my torch, but I can turn it off because I just realized that it's just lighting right now. Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. We don't need that shit right now.
Screen got a whole step darker.
Yeah.
As you all sort of start to walk wary of the small griffin in the nest, it hops out and starts sort of warily moving towards the party.
Why is it moving towards us?
Do we want me to scare? And then I'm trying to decide right now if they want to scare it back or if that's going to be a big problem.
Could offer it some food, perhaps.
Does anyone have any meat they can throw?
I think I have a basic ingredient, which is meat.
I have actively described all of Soba's rations as just jerky. He's not eating a nutritious meal.
I have the fucking the raw, what is it, the crab meat that we got last time.
Oh, true.
Ooh.
I'll hand that to Azadan and
You want me to throw it?
I'll do it. I'm proficient on working in dealing with these little creatures. Or little creatures in general, I suppose.
Azadan's going to point directly at the nest and hand it over to Soba.
Throw it over there. Aye, aye. Soba will then... he was going to walk it over, but now he's going to toss it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been given proper instruction.
Would you say the intention of this is trying to get the griffin to go back over to the nest and like leave y'all alone?
Yeah, he does like the tongue click, like, hey little fella, you don't want to come over here. You see this? And then he'll kind of underhand toss it towards the nest.
Very cool.
He'll take like a little nibble of it himself before to show that it is food. And he'll go, oh, that's good, before. What a waste.
Can you give me a command an animal check,
Uh-oh.
which
Is there any way for me to,
uses nature?
Is there a way for
okay.
me to assist on this? Since
No, if you want to, if anybody wants to try to aid, they can.
Yeah, but I feel like the instructions maybe are helping. How do I aid?
You
roll
can
one of your skill
choose.
checks.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be really cool using that amulet we have.
Do
I
we
think it
have
has to
to?
be invested,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
It does,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
Um,
has to be invested, and it has to be like a specific animal.
It is a +1 for any animal. Same with the AC part of it. Otherwise, if it's the specific animal, it's a +2.
It's an
Okay.
Is how it
invested
works.
item.
Yes, it
Is
is an
this
invested item.
in the open check?
Yes, this is. Also, let's
Wait.
do.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was gonna.
going to
Oh,
say let's do Azadin's aid first.
Okay.
I don't.
Something
I was trying to ask you how to do that.
I was trying to
Depends
tell
how
you
you-
before the
Yeah.
thing about the other thing came up. We'll go from here and see what happens. Because I was also going to give you, and I didn't get there yet. I was also going to give you a bonus for having the meat and using the meat for this.
Oh.
Well, I mean, Azadin, can't Azadin still roll the
Azadin
aid,
can
since
still
they were
roll,
gonna put-
yes.
How?
So
Well,
give
you-
me what
well,
let's say diplomacy as you're trying to like sort of talk Soba through this.
Okay.
Give me a
Okay.
roll for that.
Is it a hidden check or a
No,
public
it's
No.
not. This is not a knowledge check.
regular success.
Hey.
20. That's good stuff. That is a regular success. You're trying to beat a 15. So that is going to give a +1 to Sopa's roll. Now, with knowing that you have the +1 under your belt for that, would you want to re-roll?
Like using a hero point.
Yes. That is largely up to you.
Well, what's the bonus from the meat? That's the
We'll
nice
say
question.
I'll say like a +2 item bonus, as this would be a 15 total.
Yeah, I'll reroll, but I'm gonna roll another just actual thing and I'll manually deactivate the thing because I want to add the things into the roll.
Yeah, that's fine.
So meat plus 2, and that is an item bonus.
Mhm.
And then aid +1 is circumstance. And that's a +8. Ooh, the exact. Nope, that's actually just a worse number.
A worse roll.
But if it's using a hero point, we have hero point rules, so that would be 24.
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so that would be a 24. In which case, you throw this piece of meat in a nice arc, and the young griffin was sort of eyes glued to your party as it sort of walked low, sort of playfully, but also like it was trying to sort of play hunt your party. Until this beautiful piece of crab meat flies over its head with a sort of point from the party to sort of go that way after it, and it quickly changes tunes and prances back into the nest, and starts eating the meat.
And now we leave.
Yeah, it's at the ground.
You guys just get the fuck out of there?
Yes.
I have no interest in fighting any children or their mother.
Yeah. As far as they'll let us. Yeah.
Cool,
we're
yeah.
leaving.
Just get out of here.
Soba is
And-
not in the business of making orphans.
And with that, congratulations. You have solved my griffin puzzle.
Hold on, let me take that basic ingredient out of my inventory.
just for the low price of a hero point and a basic ingredient, do you want to see what you avoided?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
As you guys walk away, the young griffin happily chirping and eating away at this meat. Once you guys get a decent ways back, like away, you look back and see 2 adult griffins fly onto this little peninsula,
That's
and
worse than I thought.
and over
I had a feeling.
and over to their baby.
I had a feeling it wouldn't just be one griffin. I'm pretty sure the other party fought one as their level 1 or 2 boss.
With that,
Ooh.
we return back to the overworld map.
Another.
Oh, a hippogriff? I misremembered. That's okay. Still right to be very wary of
Yeah.
that encounter.
Another couple miles. You guys are up the hill or up the path. Are you guys doing exploration activities? You guys were doing exploration activities.
Oh, yeah, you told me I could do one with Glacial too.
True. Glacial can be doing something. I think there was. I guess you were also doing something. So either way.
I don't think I've changed mine off of Scout.
No. It's very, very useful to have at least one person scanning.
I
Um,
don't
s-
really know what the
What I've been
options
doing.
There's quite a few sort of around.
And assume just notice the articles, you know.
Either way, Soba, can you give me a perception check as you guys get over towards the end of this path?
Open?
Yep.
Nope. Soba's busy right now.
It's okay.
I'll
I'll give you a
It
crafting
wasn't-
check because he's clearly not perceptive right now.
Let me have that hour pass for your guys' hippogriff encounter and the walk over here. You guys get to this side, and on Soba's first inspection of the place as you guys walk over, it seems to be a sort of dead end. You guys can take more time here to investigate the place farther if you would like, but
I'll look around since I'm scouting as well.
ah, and with that,
Yeah, I'm glad. I don't want to go back to the Griffins.
taking a peek around, you do notice that there is a path. Oh, that is the wrong tool. Give me the free draw tool. You notice that there is a sort of precarious path down that you can take.
Looking over this path, like how precarious are we talking? Like, would be a little difficult to slide down, or what are we? What am I
It
looking at?
it is a series of ledges. It's some of it is almost more bouldering than simply just like walking down a path. It would be a bit intensive, but it would get you down to that next ledge.
He'll motion the party over to the path that he just found and point to it and inquire about what they think.
As the nerd walks towards it, everybody can hear their sigh.
Would like to make sure that this is all something we think we are capable of doing and want to do.
I really don't want to fight some Griffins.
Perhaps we can skirt around them again.
I say we go for it. But to be safe, anybody have rope?
I have rope in my backpack.
I also have rope. Yeah, we should just be part of your backpack.
Let's have one person tied to me and the other tied to Ortix.
Makes sense to me.
I'm okay with that.
Cool.
And Glacial, you should be able to handle climbing on your own. You're also strong.
She shrugs.
Cool. In which case, this is a couple checks along with a normal roll of the Fates die as you take the time to sort of navigate this. Smiles. So,
what do you mean?
as you guys start your way down, it is a combination of there's a multitude of ways to sort of get down. The parts where it gets a little bit more complicated, there are places to sidle against. You can choose to either give me a climbing check, or you can give me that is athletics, or you can give me acrobatics to balance. As for every place that you can simply power your way through, there is also a series of sort of smaller ledges to sidle across.
And I imagine for the rope situation, it's probably Ortix tied to Azadan and Soba tied to Thinis.
Sure.
So, for whichever you are more comfortable with, if everybody can give me that check, that will determine where we start when we get into the encounter.
I guess I could just assurance a 22 Smile.
I mean, yeah, you do have
Or a 21,
assurance.
It would be a 21.
Is this public or blind?
This would be public. On top of that, if anybody is expert in their thing, other people can follow the expert.
That's a good thing I'm expert in athletics.
I'm also expert in athletics.
Yeah. So if you don't have an option, for example, like Thinis is pretty dexterous, so they have their own option for sort of that. But Azadan, I'm not sure if you have
+6 acrobatics.
+6 acrobatics. That's
They're
pretty good.
trained.
I think that would be better, because essentially what follow the expert does, it's not listed here, but it gives you your proficiency bonus of what you would normally sort of get. So technically it's like you're temporarily trained in it effectively.
Yeah, I have a +0 in athletics, so.
While following the expert, you match their tactic and attempt similar skill checks. You can add it is just you go from untrained to trained. So you become trained, and then you get a circumstance bonus to the skill check based on the proficiency. So it's you're trained, and then you also get a +2.
Yep.
Or you can just roll the check yourself.
With a 21 acrobatics, Azadan, you are nimbly able to sort of handle yourself here. Let's just go in order then. Attached to you is Ortix, I believe. Oh, you just assurance.
I assurance a 21.
A careful and calculated descent down this path. Let's go to Thinis and Soba.
So for follow the expert, well, I am a little confused because my options kind of fucking suck.
So how it works is basically you would make the same skill check, but you treat it as if you're trained, and then you also add a +2. So that's like a +5 total.
So I treat it as if I'm trained, like in the one that
it would be
Soba
for
doing.
it would be for athletics, because that's what Soba's expert in. You gain the +2 as if you were trained in it, and then on top of that you add your level to it essentially. So it would be a +5 to the roll instead of a +0. So
yeah, that would be better than my +4 acrobatics.
I didn't realize you were untrained in it.
Only marginally.
Yeah, it's only athletics and acrobatics as far as I'm aware.
It's a +1's a +1.
It's true. Every +1 matters.
All right.
Nice.
27
Nice.
and a 21.
We're clean with
Let's
it.
go. Big rolls for this. It's a bit scary to sort of be walking this far above a sheer, sort of cliff face. But as you guys get into a rhythm of it, it ends up not being too harsh. Soba, you in particular, with a critical success, managed to very, very swiftly navigate your way through these ledges and sort of ledges, boulders, and sheer cliff face. And that will give you a slight advantage to whatever we're looking at here, as I will let you sort of move yourself around a little bit more at the start.
Uh-oh.
If you guys even roll combat, it could be anything here.
Surely we don't roll a 1.
That would be
A
hilarious.
2! A 2!
Let me get the map prepared.
Bad news, guys. I looked at what the encounters for 2 have been. Thankfully, it shouldn't be too bad.
Sorry, I was
I
spreading
don't
the
think
encounter.
that was. I don't think that was very funny, Ortix.
Sorry, humor isn't my strong suit.
I think you're hilarious.
Thank you so much.
Well, I didn't say whether or not you were funny. I just don't think that one was. Sorry.
That's okay. They can't all be hits.
Not a very good monk, then, are you?
Someone claps and falls because they have no fucking legs.
What is the climbing order? I need a solid line. Who is first and who is last in this order?
Oh, this is a line? I imagine we were kind of side by side.
Probably-
That doesn't make sense.
Mm.
I had kind of assumed it was Soba, me, Orchix, Azadan, then Glacial.
I assume Soba got way farther on account of his 27 at least.
I'm just being dragged along.
Yeah.
I think Ortix is probably... Well, actually... Yeah, because Azaden didn't use Follow the Expert. Azaden rolled their own check. So I think Ortix would be behind making sure everybody's okay.
He is a Path of Ape barbarian. He's kind of in his element right now. He's
In
monkeying
which
around.
case.
But you're sneaking around.
You can be both. Kind of like a tiger shark. He's a
That's bad news about Tiger.
come back to me.
I'm
Could
burning
use the
around.
chimera. Could use anything else really.
He's an andacondilla.
Mm,
Gorilla conda.
I like that one better. I was thinking earlier when we were discussing the biology of the bird in our party that had I not opted for different flavoring for my character, there would be 3 animals in our party. It would have been the snake, the bird, and the fox.
I'm not sure what your character is, but I feel like Yaguai would suit them at this point. I don't fucking know. You've only transformed a couple times.
What's
And
a
even that
Yaogwai again?
It can be a number of things. It can be evolved from in and out, or it can like
That's what clay is, right?
yes, Clay's a Yaguai.
Okay, yeah.
He's specifically born of Celestial, so he was...
Sorry, when I think of Yaogwai, I think of the 2-headed bear that attacked you in Fallout New Vegas.
well, Yaguai can be born of animals, so they could originally be an animal, and then or originally be like an inanimate object.
Mm.
So they can be a number of things. Like you could be a cherry Yaguai.
like the fruit.
No, like a chair, like a
Oh,
like you
chair.
said.
I heard cherry.
You could. I think you could also be a cherry, but I think that one is you would have to be specifically the plant and not the fruit. But I don't remember exactly. Yaguai are cool. Hey, this map's a little small.
As you guys get to this sort of larger patch of land first, giving you a little bit of a respite before continuing back onto the path. soon after you get onto this path, you all feel gusts of wind at your face and at sort of your arms as it blows through the crevasse. You haven't really noticed like strong winds through here. Like, you know of the strong rains, but it's still fairly, well, as clear as it can get when there is simply a giant cloud above your heads. But the winds is strange and new. What you start to see coming towards you look like sort of dust devils in the sky, as approaching you are two... Oh, hold on. I forgot to... Mystification! Two sort of... They're not huge. They're like, what, like 4 or 5 foot little tornadoes in the sky, which seem to have picked up some debris and such that you've seen, like the sort of dry grass and rocks, as they are sort of hurtling towards your party right now. And this is where we are going to start an encounter. Can everybody roll me initiative?
Remember +1 to initiative from scouting, Smile. I remember this time.
And with that being said, Thinis, you are the first to notice.
I I think Thinis has been kind of really trying to ignore looking out there. Does not want to get vertigo on the ledge, capitalized. But I think Thinis like gets a little claustrophobic. Is out on the ledge. Decides to kind of turn around and take a deep breath before getting back to it, and spies the tornado-looking enemies, and will kind of just say incredulously, "Wind?" And I think at the very least that gets Soba's attention, or he'll tap on Soba and probably like look over at Azadan. What do I do?
That's right, baby. Recall knowledge. So fuck.
I will say, to sort of preface mobility in this fight, Soba, because of your critical success, I will say that this ledge does not count as difficult terrain for you. However, for the rest of the party, moving along this ledge is going to be difficult terrain.
And we're going left.
Yes.
So is our goal just to get to the end of the map here, or?
I guess so.
You can go that way. You can backtrack to the more solid piece of ground here. It is pretty much from where Ortix is, or I guess like this spot forward, that counts as difficult terrain. So if you wanted to back onto here, which is a place, or onto like the bigger part, this wouldn't be, as this is, you know, more solid ground. So it's up to you. As per usual, getting to the edge of the map, you can just try to escape, and leave the fight. Your call.
Shrug. I have no
That
idea.
is so difficult.
I mean, you could, I guess, trying to recall knowledge might help.
What would it be like if you shot them with your gun, I wonder?
I mean, that would give me a free recall knowledge, which is kind of what I'm thinking anyways. If I go ahead and devise a stratagem to shoot the one on the left here,
Sure.
I'm lost. Oh, I figured out what happened.
Wait, can you devise a stratagem to recall knowledge? That doesn't make any fucking sense, but like...
Can you what?
Devise a stratagem to recall knowledge? It doesn't really fucking...
I mean,
it doesn't really
technically
make
you
sense.
can, because you can devise a stratagem to do a skill check. So
Yeah, that's why I was thinking it, but like... How do you flavor that for recall knowledge?
I enter my Sherlock Holmes mind palace.
Your Alan Wake mind palace, if you will.
Yeah. And I know exactly where to look. Go ahead and do
That's a pretty good stratagem.
That's a pretty
Hey.
sick stratagem to shoot that
17.
guy. My recall knowledge will be on how do these how can I get these to dissipate? Like what cancels out an elemental? What is it weak to elementally? I guess I don't know.
So looking
I asked a lot of
for
questions, but
so looking for like weaknesses, resistances, immunities, those sort of
yeah,
things.
I think that's the best option.
With a glance, identifying this as an elemental and a all of that work mystifying them, and I'm just gonna demystify them as you fucking identify them with that roll. You take a good long look and you recognize these from some studies back home as living whirlwinds. Sort of living dust devils that hail from the plane of air. They come in a variety of sizes and shapes, but they are fairly potent nonetheless, giving these sort of gusts of wind that buffet their opponents. As far as weaknesses, immunities, and resistances go, they have no weaknesses or resistances. They are, however, immune to bleeding, paralysis, poison, and sleep.
You got it.
Kind of hard to do all of those things to actual wind.
Huh.
That would
I
make
could poison
sense. Okay. And what is the fall off for being out of range?
For
Again.
for every range increment, it is a -2 outside of your first one.
Got it.
So your coat pistol has a, I want to say
30.
it's like a 30, and they would be
Within the second.
within the second. So it would be a -2 to the roll.
Got it. I'm going to shoot the whirlwind.
17 in the back pocket.
Pretty good.
Wait, I actually did it this time. That's awesome. It has it as me as a target, but pretend that it's not
Yeah,
me.
I'll just manually put the damage on them. Let's roll that damage. Ooh.
What did you say these are called?
Living whirlwinds.
Doing my due diligence is the guy not doing a whole lot.
You interrupt their flow as they come by you, landing a clean hit on the approaching dust devil.
And for my last action, I have to make a choice on which way to go now. I tried to delay it as much as possible.
Options are stand our ground here, or try to make a break for it.
In that case, I am going to move backwards. And if people want to change that decision, they can, but that's where I'm sticking for now.
Move back here.
Well, I'm making my way there anyways. That's where I'm heading. I can't really go any farther than that.
Azadan, what would you like to do?
How much is 25 like halved? Like, is it rounding up or down?
Is that 10 or 15?
It would be, pretty sure it would be 10. Pretty sure it rounds down for speed.
Can I put my token like here and just say that it's like on on Ortix's face for the sake of moving?
And you could always move Glaciel like the 25 over and then take Glaciel's spot with like an act together.
I want to move as far there possible.
For this, I would say
something
no
about there anyway.
for sharing spaces, since it's
Okay,
especially since it's like a small ledge.
so that's
So difficult terrain adds 5
Mhm.
to your movement. penalty or to your movement. So 25 would be 2 spaces.
Yeah.
So 10, I guess, for the sake of this. There's also greater difficult terrain.
And I guess I'll shoot it with ice.
A ray of frost is like 120, right?
Yeah. Shoot the one on the right.
Critical hit!
Not 20.
Actually crazy.
Nice.
Roll me damage. And let me go apply the movement penalty to it.
Awesome. How do I make it a crit?
Just roll damage and I double it.
Yeah.
It's only 6.
Oh, 3 ones!
Yeah.
That's okay, you're getting out of the way.
I've been getting it out of the way the entire session.
Not 20 to 3 ones
Yeah.
on D4s is crazy. You're rolling exclusively the top and the bottom of the die today.
I would love to roll the top of the die exclusively, but it's not going to be the case. It's kind of favoring the latter.
Double the damage. You notice as this ray of frost hits it that some of the debris that's within it sort of clasps together, and you see, like, for a moment it sort of starts to fade, and it seems to be having trouble sort of like staying together and moving.
That's what I was hoping.
Soba.
I cannot reach that far with my fist.
Throw a rock at it.
I cannot throw that far with a rock. I'm still having to use my hands in order to, like, move, right? Like, climbing wise.
I would say no.
Okay.
I mean, one hand probably at the very least to steady yourself. But also, as I
Okay.
mentioned before, because of your crit success, this is like not even difficult terrain for you.
Sure.
Mhm.
Snakes are good at climbing anyway, so that makes sense. So are gorillas. I'd like to turn around and... Can I just pick up Thinness?
Yeah. I mean, you have what?
It will
Thinness
not
has
put me anywhere close to my weight capacity.
10 bulk? Question mark? Oh, true. You get encumbered at 11. So yeah, you can pick up Thinness.
Okay. I would like to just, with my free hand, just kind of like scoop up Thinness and put him under my arm, and then make a full movement to...
Also, are you raging already?
Oh yeah, that's a free action. I definitely
Yeah.
reach.
Mhm.
Perfect. I'm assuming
Then
this
yeah,
is the final
35.
score.
That's a valid score.
I'll just put Thinness next to me.
Free action to drop. So yeah,
Yeah, free action to drop.
right side of you, I'm assuming.
Sure.
I would say that's a valid space. It's hard to make vertical land.
Or this side if I can.
Yeah. Cool. I'll let you do that. They were technically sharing your space, so you're putting them down next to you. Cool. Awesome. Fucking awesome.
Alright. And my turn.
Oh, it was their turn. The one that was buffeted by ice is going to begin approaching, and it is going to take 2 actions as it sort of tries to get up and in front of the party.
Jesus Christ, your movement's reduced.
Yeah, it's really good that you reduced the movement because
Yeah.
that made it take an extra action to get here. And
45 feet movement?
Nah. Oh.
it moved 45 feet in 2 actions. So
Yeah, with the penalty.
yes,
But you said that costed it an extra action. You
Yeah.
said that penalty made it cost an extra action. So
Anyways.
does it have 45 as a base?
Maybe something like
fly
that.
fly speed, by the way. Anyways,
Fly speeds are crazy.
I'll get there.
it is going to blow a gust of wind in your face, Thinness. as
Alright.
it sort of hits you and buffets against the wall.
It's literally a breeze.
Literally don't care.
your your coat in front of you, you'd manage to stave off this gentle breeze as this thing seems to be having trouble after being blasted with ice. Let's go to the other one. Goes to the other end of the party.
Yeah.
And the gust of wind be upon ye.
Oh,
It misses, by the way.
That is, AC is 16.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that is going to be a crit then. 16 damage, as you are not as fortunate as Thinis catching the full brunt of this other gust. That is the end of it.
Oh.
Its turn.
There you go. I was trying to do it myself.
so what's difficult terrain? So here to here is difficult terrain. Is this
Glacial's,
difficult terrain?
the space that Glacial is in would be the last spot of difficult terrain.
Ooh, I want to try to tumble through, but something tells me that they are probably very dexterous. If the air element makes sense in my brain. I don't know if my tumble through can beat their reflex.
Decisions.
Yeah, I don't want to abandon Azadin. So what I will do, well, Azadin is gonna go after me. So here's what I'll do. I have my dueling cape in one hand, so I'm gonna put up a funny little stance. I'm gonna put up the red cape. I'm gonna yell Toro Toro. I'm gonna ready an action to flurry of blows it as when it gets near me.
Dude, ready in action to Fury of Blows is insane. I forgot that that's a one action thing that you could
Smile.
do. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, awesome.
That's my turn.
Thinis.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna devise a stratagem to just... Actually, great question. No, I'm debating. The debate's over. I'm gonna actually move.
Very good.
I'll use an action to move over here.
Okay.
Then I will devise a stratagem to smack you with my sword. Yeah, that's not very good. In which case, is this rock valid space or is that in the way?
Yeah, that's valid space.
I will move there and be done. I'm done.
With that being said, Azadan.
I have a kind of like a question for you to answer for me in universe. Like, does Azadin think that the creature was slowed because of ice or because of the spell? Like,
Because of the spell. You would know.
I have another question.
What's that?
What's the size of a 20-foot burst?
20-foot burst?
Yeah.
It is centered on a...
Well, let's see. It's centered on.
It is centered on a
here.
corner. It is centered on a corner. And it goes out 20 feet. So it would be like this. 20-foot radius.
Centered on a corner.
Wait, isn't a burst different from radius?
Emanation is from like your square. Burst is centered on a corner.
I see.
20-foot burst would be this far out. So like a 5-foot burst is like a 2x2 square, so on and so forth.
So I can get this is like 20 feet, right?
Mhm.
And this is 25.
Yep.
Yep.
Is Glacial taking any penalty from being on the difficult terrain space or not?
Nope, it doesn't take moving off of. It's moving into difficult terrain that gives you the extra, like 5 foot. So Glacial can get out with full movement if she wants to.
Essen is going to finally get to cast a spell and see if it helps at all.
Elemental zone.
Ooh.
And they're going to make a zone of water around around this area.
But act together, moving, both of you, and then elemental zone. Yep, that's all four. What does this elemental zone look like, by the way, before we move on?
I think like the illusion of like if it was raining, but all the droplets are stopped. Like if you
Oh,
froze time during rain.
very, very cool. All right, what does Soba want to do?
He's gonna step. By that I mean slide to the right.
Hmm.
One punch this time.
See if the new soundtrack helps.
4 on the dot.
2 bops this time.
A 2 on the dot.
Sorry, it's too wet outside.
Crisscross.
Frustrated with its first attempt at a gust at you, Thinis, another one comes your way.
Breeze. It feels
No,
nice
the
this time,
same
actually.
roll.
Wait, dude. All right, it's
the
time for
same roll.
it's time for a multiple attack penalty.
Yeah, that one hit.
27 with that.
What if I told you that was a crit?
Fuck off.
I would
That
just have to
sucks.
accept. I don't know.
That has
Nothing
a
I can
plus
tell you about
12
that.
It's like
Hey, that hurts.
Dude.
Ouch.
20 damage as you are buffeted by this sandstorm.
Plus 12 to hit. That's
It is then going to use its last action to push you. Okay, it says attempts to, so I do have to actually do the roll. I'm just going to roll.
It's athletics, right? For shove.
Yup. But it doesn't have its athletics listed here, so I have to
Oh
make it.
boy. D20.
Should generate it. It did not. This fucking sucks. Oh, it would just be the same thing as this, actually. So there we go. Bump. Now it has it on its bar.
So we do have 10 feet. We are tied together.
Well, this is true.
What is that against?
Fortitude.
Your fortitude
10 plus
DC, so.
10 plus your fortitude.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Well, you were certainly injured, more than likely, through pieces of rock, and you see several like smaller, shinier parts of debris in this, as they bludgeon and buffet you, but you manage to stick your ground and not be pushed back. That is the end of its turn. It's time for the other one's turn. As Ortix flies towards you.
Going to hit it.
I sure hope you are. Well, that is one.
Is that 2? Is that 2?
That is not two.
Higher than 21? Go fuck yourself. Anyways, give me a fortitude save. It's a success. Sad. Sad. I'm crying.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do to these things. I have my good save is reflex.
Moves up to you, strike.
That is
Damage.
ouch.
And then it is going to attempt to push you. I'm just going to, it would be the same roll as this, so I'm just going to do this.
That's a failure.
Failure. You notice that your punch knocks out like some of the life from this thing. You're not really sure exactly what your fist connects with on this living whirlwind, but you do feel it connect, at least your first punch. And that is its turn. Back to players. Ortix.
Flurry. Oh, nice. Love to see that.
Dude. All right.
And give me another fortitude save.
12 damage, dude. All right. Fortitude.
Not very high on the damage die for D8. That's 2.
24.
That's a success. Sad. And I'm going to. I can't step back, but I can leap back without triggering any reactions. I eat back one space.
Intriguing. Dennis,
I want to hit this guy.
fucking hit that guy.
I'm gonna think about it first, though.
Think about it real good. That's a
I-
pretty good.
Hey.
Good
Good. Would
thinking.
you like a recall knowledge check on them as well?
I do. I want to know the actual AC number.
You know that these things. This is actually a smaller sort of version than what you studied about. You know that they can get big, and this is certainly on the smaller side. However, that makes they are still fairly evasive with a 22 AC.
I was one off.
That's what I figured.
Fuck.
I'm gonna fucking hit this guy. So good. It should be a 28.
Yeah. 28 plus flanking, still not a crit. Sad.
That's true, but it is a hit.
It's a lot of damage.
8 damage. Oh yeah, I have to pop that shit in. I wonder if there's a module for a fix for Divide Stratagem. I'm gonna look into that after the session today.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it.
It's so weird because it used to work. Maybe I just need to update. We'll see.
Does your devise a stratagem like need a target or something?
I have to use the stratagem on myself.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I could try while it's targeted on someone else, but I feel like when we started that didn't work, but maybe the updates to Foundry have changed it.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna try and hit it again. Yeah, it's fine.
17, a solid attempt. Sword Cane finding a what feels like a sort of core to this thing as you strike at it. However, second swing can't quite find that mark. Azadan. Wait.
Meanwhile, Ortix
Oh yeah, that
flailing
was.
wildly into the tornado, hoping it's something.
Yeah. Hey, if you just throw a billion punches in, one is bound to hit, right?
Exactly, that's why I crit.
And again, I'm guessing I'm gonna try to use a spell. I do not want to try to test this thing's reflex against the one that everybody's hitting. So movement action to move here, and
Whoa.
I hope this hits.
Defense AC.
Oh, so it's a spell strike.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For the power blast.
I really need this to hit, guys.
You do.
How many hero points do you have?
I had 2, so I'll just spend 1. How do I reroll this with a hero point?
Right click it and click reroll with hero point.
Nice roll.
And this gets a +2 status bonus because it is in the water field.
Oh.
True.
Wait.
Right?
Status.
I can put it in chat.
Because it gives a bonus to bludgeoning, right?
Bludgeoning or cold if it's water.
Oh, it's a damage
Yeah.
bonus.
It's
Plus
a
2
damage
status bonus to 1 damage type. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Oh,
Okay,
bludgeoning
cool.
is great for our unarmed fighters.
It has to be. I was looking. It has to be a spell with the chosen elemental trait.
Oh, that's
Spells with the
Yeah.
chosen elemental trait.
Yeah.
That's
So,
okay.
Plus 2 damage.
I was bummed about that. But
Still.
I want to do a
Very cool.
punch.
I'm going to do 30
Wait.
damage to it, please.
Wait.
Oh, you
Ho-
roll,
whoa,
you
wait,
roll-
hold
I
on.
know.
Attack.
Slow your roll.
Please do 30 damage to it.
Please.
Please do 30 damage to it.
Yeah, click the roll damage under it instead of the attack. This is
Bludgeoning,
success, 3d6 bludgeoning damage, and is knocked back 5 feet.
Nice roll.
12 damage. That plus 2 is from the thing, I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Cool.
It's supposed to say bludgeoning, but it doesn't.
A meaty hit to this thing was you blast it with water. I fucked up. Hold on. Damage. As this this blast of water gets into it and sort of buffets it and gets caught up in like the tornado of things. You hear it cry out as it is also pushed back 5 feet. Or actually, I guess since you're at sort of a diagonal here, you can decide if it's pushed into this square or if it is just pushed into thinness and stays here essentially.
It's not gonna take damage from being pushed. So I think I'd rather push it diagonally so the party has more space to like do stuff, right?
Get fully around it.
Or just
That's-
like
I mean,
so we can have more of the
can
platform.
it be pushed through here? I thought we said before that like this is.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. As we said for
flanking, leave it alone.
we said for other stuff that they couldn't go through without a tumble through literally last session. So yeah, it is surrounded and is simply bumped into glacial and thinness as it is blasted. So
Somehow.
I mean, you're pressure washing a dust devil right now.
Yeah, no, but the dust devil crashing into two physical bodies and just like bouncing back.
They'll be fine.
Interesting. Doing this, it is going to use its reaction. And it is going to disperse as it turns into simply like you see the sand and such that is in it sort of like fly around onto the ground as it sort of becomes this cloud that's not really blocking your vision, but it just sort of becomes this cloud.
Area even do anything?
No, the area itself doesn't do anything. That's just sort of where you can see the bits and pieces of it, and it currently cannot be targeted.
It's Soba's turn.
Soba.
Soba.
I see. Well, he's gonna look around confused that it dispersed and kind of notice that it's not dead because there's no body. So go to ready in action to hit whatever appears back into that spot. If it appears again in an area that he can strike it.
Alrighty. And is now its turn. I accidentally started making a second circle. I'm going to this.
Oh.
Dennis, this thing fucking hates you.
No, what? Okay, I mean, sure.
I don't know why. However,
Happens.
it reappears
Alright.
as you see the dust and debris reform behind you. It then makes a strike at you
That hits.
and damage, and it is then going to attempt to push you.
Yeah. That pushes me. It's like 11 above my fortitude.
In which case, I believe the critical success for shove is just
10 feet.
10 feet more. 10 feet away of you. You can stride after it, but you must move the same distance and in the same direction. Oh, I see. Okay. It just pushes you. It doesn't follow. And since you can't go back, you are literally pushed against Soba.
Hey.
Hey.
You wouldn't strike a little me,
The tornado approaches.
would you? You wouldn't strike a little of me, would you?
Oh, not a little to you. Anyways.
On my birthday, you wouldn't strike a little
Oh,
of me.
17.
And whiff.
What about a second one?
Whiff again.
Oh, man. Nimbly avoiding these blows. Ortix has his I understand now moment and is able to dodge the buffeting winds. Now it is your turn.
Coming within my range, I'm going to flurry of blows and whiff, and then do it again and whiff. Funny question.
What's up?
Can I try to restrain it somehow with like a grapple? Can I like? Is this like big enough for me to like try to put my hands around it and like squish it together?
Well, there's only one way to find out, right?
Can I grapple it with assurance?
What is your assurance?
21.
Oh, this is something I should have. Oh well, whatever.
What?
You
Is this something
aren't-
I need to know?
No, it's something that I should have known before, but too much has happened in this fight for me to worry about it. You reach your arms around this thing, and somehow it is physical enough that it is not able to get out of your grasp. As you
Awesome.
you wrap your arms around this and literally start wrestling a tornado.
I've never wrestled a tornado before. That's my turn.
Could have been huge.
I could have. I thought the off guard would help me enough with even map. With map -8.
You are rolling with a +2 right now.
Yeah,
so
but like think about it. It has 20 AC. I could have rolled an 18.
it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Dennis, what do you like to do?
I wanna smack it so bad. I want it to die. Let's see if I can think about it. I can indeed think about it pretty well.
You're pretty good at thinking about it.
Pretty good at thinking about it.
I also want to recall knowledge about the ways in which, or if like these usually mean a big one is around. Like, do they travel with big ones?
You believe that they do travel in packs, but are unsure about any sort of hierarchy.
Got it. I smack it. Skadoosh.
Oh, there we go.
It worked.
Yeah. It was about targeting it,
Oh.
In which case, roll that damage.
bro.
Oh.
Another strike and a darker shade of red on its near death.
That's it. That's my turn.
Azadan.
I'm back just in time.
Yippee!
And which one?
The one that's exploding currently. The one that
Okay.
just reformed.
Alrighty. Let me give you a reflex save.
Yeah. That does clear it.
Roll me damage. We'll take half. As one of those droplets bursts next to it, you see this thing immediately. The winds start to slow as it gives one last scream. The bits and pieces of it, of the debris, fall to the ground in a neat pile.
How much unit do I need to move here?
It's normal
That's not
movement
difficult.
from you there. So third action, Glacial still can do something if you want her to.
Well. I'll take suggestions.
Oh, I should have repositioned it instead of attacking.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Cool. Soba.
Oh boy. He watches another enemy that he's tried to hit and could not hit die without him touching it. How many more rounds of rage do I have left? 7. Climbing, you only get 10 feet of climb speed, right? Something like that.
For automatic climb, you is that like automatic crit success thing you were talking about before?
No, that's not gonna be until next level.
If you succeed at a climb, it's 5. If you critically succeed, it's 10, I believe.
Amazing. No, next level he'll move his normal movement speed when he's climbing too.
Oh, awesome.
So there's no way for me to get there.
Unless you tumble through. Huh.
That requires dex, right? Or athletics?
That
Or
is
not
acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, it's an acrobatics check versus their reflex DC.
That requires a DC 30 athletics check. That's crazy.
For
What?
For high
Jumping?
jump. Yeah.
Mhm. Because it's something that's meant for later levels.
Yeah. I'll delay.
Cool. Let me know when you want to come back in.
Oh wait, no. Delaying
Oh.
would be its turn.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
my plan is to reposition it, but I don't know what it's gonna do on its turn.
Probably just attack you.
Probably.
Speaking of attacking you, if that is what you're going with,
Nothing else I can do.
in which case, speaking of attacking you,
That hits. Ouch.
15. I guess it can't really shove you if you have it grappled.
Could try to escape first.
Yeah, it is going to try to escape.
Can't imagine it takes a lot to bundle of wind.
What is that versus?
I believe. But it's against your. I want to say it's against your athletics DC. Let me double check.
Typically the athletics DC, so versus 22. Yeah, that succeeds.
Whew, just barely too. It manages to break your grasp, going sort of in between your arms. It is then going to try and push you.
Does have what, nap 10? So I think shove has attack. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a failure.
failure. In which case, it's now your turn.
Okay, wonderful. I'm going to grab it again.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to reposition it and move it right here.
Oh yeah, because you're just repositioning with assurance, aren't you?
Assurance.
Really, really funny. It's just a normal success. So where are you moving it to?
It's
5
5 feet, so right here.
Okay.
And then I will flurry. At map -8.
Alright.
It could hit though.
They could hit.
Now it's Soba's turn.
Ortix holding the Dust Devil restrained. What would you like to do, Soba, as you come back in?
Stride it, and seeing that it finally has an opening, he's gonna try to punch. His self-confidence is shot. He'll go for it again though.
Okay.
Close.
And a turn.
I'm going to move down here.
Hmm.
I'm going to reload my gun and then shoot it.
Alrighty. I'll say that's a clear lane. So no cover.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all.
Pew! Harmlessly into the mountainside behind.
The spout, yippee!
Hey.
Yippee!
Do I also have to make a reflex save for this, or
No.
no? Never mind. It's a 5-foot cube. Doesn't matter. I don't have to do
Even
that.
then, as an can choose to not have it be the cube. So.
Yeah, the cube is I hopped into it, not I hopped out of it.
Oh, I see.
Cool. Let me roll a reflex save for this guy. This fella.
Whoa.
That is going to be a critical success. As it flails
Yeah.
about.
You still have actions with Glacial. You could say Glacial moves here and then try to attack its smile.
I sure could. That
Up to you.
I guess.
Yeah.
You
Act-
could say because you have an act together. You could
Oh.
act. You could do something have her do something while you're casting.
Sure. We'll kick it, I suppose.
Roll me that kick.
You won't kick it, I
Oh
suppose.
my goodness, dude! The low rolls.
Anyway.
The low rolls. The whirlwind rages once again. It is going to throw its first strike over towards Soba and miss. Your hard scales defending you fully from the blow. It is then going to throw its second one towards Ortix.
That hits.
It is going to critically hit.
That
Dude.
sucks.
Yeah, we knew that was a crit.
I'm up though.
Oh
I'm
baby!
up though.
He's up.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I'm up though.
It is then going to attempt to escape.
The good thing we
Map
bought it was
10?
fucking elixir.
And crit succeed. Wait, that's supposed to have map on it. Escape is an attack.
You are so right. So that would be map 10. So it would be a 19.
That's a failure.
That is a failure. Stays grappled.
Yippee!
Ortix.
Okay. Do I have to re-grab it if I want to keep it grappled?
No.
Yes. Wait.
No. Wait.
Would it have to be an
Yes.
action to keep it grappled?
And
It's
it's
an
target
action
grabs
to
until the
sustain.
end
Yeah.
of your next turn unless you move or your target escapes. So at the end of this
Oh.
turn, I have to re-grab it. Which means that I can still hit it first.
That is going to hit.
Two.
That one is not.
That's okay. Only a fortitude save.
Might not.
It'd be
even
crazy if it crit
necessary.
failed this, right? Ooh.
That is a success. You hate to see that. I have 2 more actions. So
Let me deal the 8 damage to it.
I have a question, just like out of curiosity, because it probably just won't happen. What happens if you trip this guy right now?
I don't think I can. I start punching out some of the fucking wind from under it and and knock it to the ground.
My understanding how trip works is that you can't really trip things that are like flying.
Yeah, I figured. I thought like you could like flavor it as bringing them to the ground.
Mm,
It might just be a situational thing in that case.
mm.
You could like flavor tripping as like slamming it to the ground or like bringing it down towards you,
There's a feat
knocking
for
it
that.
prone.
There's a feat
'Cause,
for
like,
that
if you
for
grab-
flying creatures.
Huh?
There's a feat to do that to flying creatures.
There's a feat for it. Okay,
Mhm.
then never mind.
Called knockdown or something like that.
Do I want to steal my resolve or do I want to believe in my friends?
You should steal your resolve.
But I believe in my friends.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
Um,
surely
There's
the
three
next
people
3
before
people
me,
attacking.
and I believe one of them can hit it while it's off guard.
Aw.
As I grapple it again
All
with the
right.
chariots. And
Boy, I sure am glad I'm over here and he's over there and there's no rope tying us together when he falls down.
surely this one hits. It's okay, it's still grabbed. It's still off guard. I believe. I believe in Soba.
Soba. That's you.
Soba, unfortunately, does not believe in Soba.
I believe in Soba.
But with the world's belief in Soba, he will attempt to spirit bomb.
Are you sure we didn't roll a 1?
Okay, hear me out. That last hit, that was an attempt to aid.
No,
Well-
no, can't earn them.
I believe in Soba. I believe in
I
Soba.
believe in Soba.
I believe in Soba.
Die.
I believe in Soba max damage.
And with that, it dissipates, and as it dissipates, you see the particles of dust and grass and rock fall down into the crevasse.
Vortex is adding Tornado Wrestler to his list of titles.
Alright, I'm not done. I have one more attack.
Wait!
Okay.
Hey, around how much damage did we do? I just haven't been paying attention.
Honestly, not that
Yeah.
much. Eh.
I wanted to write it down in the thing, but I didn't pay attention.
Soba did 16. I have done a few hits to it. I got a couple hits on it before that. Let me check.
It's okay.
One was a crit.
I'm sure this won't come up again. We don't need to know its HP.
So that was a total of 12, 8. That's 20 plus 16 plus 8. So less than 44.
I'm just gonna write that down and hope you're right.
I don't know how much damage the other one took though. I wasn't keeping track of that.
Tears
Probably
streaming down his
ballpark
fist,
same.
holding a smoldering fist before himself. I'm still blessed to hit things. It's been so long.
I want to
The
say
most
the
down
field,
Go ahead.
the field of water dissipates, and as it in walks over to Ortex to give them an elixir, and they just look like a wet cat. Like
Cortex,
like the kimono like fucking dragging along the ground, and hair just not like no fluff, all drooping.
Ortix will first, before accepting the elixir, Ortix will first take a moment to take a breather
Yeah,
and
we
get
should
all
do
his
that.
stamina back. And then I was going to attempt to treat wounds on myself, but if you want to do that, you can go ahead.
I was just gonna healer's glove you.
That's fine. If you want to do that.
Yomp.
Just do that to yourself too.
I can only do it one a day.
Yeah.
It also has to be someone else, I believe.
16 health.
Uh,
Pretty close to full.
willing living adjacent creature. So I guess since it specifies adjacent, then it's you can't target yourself? Question mark.
That's been my assumption.
It would make sense only because lay on hands, like you can heal yourself with it, but you don't gain the like other benefits and stuff from it.
Yeah, that's why I haven't taken any of them for Borf.
Yeah, since you're mostly using it on yourself.
Yeah. I love 2-action lay on hands followed by raise shield. It's a great action.
So take a breather from Thinus and Ortix then.
Yeah.
I'd like to take
And
a
I
breather.
can also attempt to treat wounds on Thinus in return. So
Cool.
I have my funny little healer's tools.
Just
Oh,
take a
yeah.
breather.
The crit!
Love to
Yeah.
see that.
Wow.
You
48.
love to see it, baby. Do I have treat wounds in here somewhere? Downtime. Is it downtime or exploration? It's exploration.
Yeah.
Uh,
You can always just roll the 48 too.
48.
Is take a breather, just -1 resolve, and how much
Max out your stamina.
Okay.
Yep, max out stamina. The hydraulic push from your staff that uses the charge in your
yeah.
staff. So you still have 2 first rank spell slots. So you're sitting fine right now. Very neat use of the elemental zone.
It's what I've been trying to do for like 30 sessions now.
Cash out is huge. 20 minutes total for a treat wounds and a take a breather for 3 members of the party. If there's any other downtime, not downtime, but like, you know, little bit of downtime here, I guess, that anybody else wants to do something, you can. If not, we will keep on trucking.
In trucking we shall.
Oh, actually, I will say, whatever was in one of the living whirlwinds fell to the abyss, but The
Huh.
one did have
Oops.
some shinies in it.
Oops.
Much to do about nothing, right? I mean, what were you
I'd
supposed to
rather
do?
be
I can
dead.
jump down there and catch him.
Hey,
Oh.
you do not have a spite speed. You get back up here, mister.
I don't take fall damage because of my heritage.
Yeah, sure. You're also still tied on a rope, so.
Don't bring it with me.
No. Actually, splitting Team Heart. Team Broken Hearts, the two of them.
No. What was on the other one?
There is a sort of closed canister on the ground, and sifting through the dust, you also find a total of 8 gold coins. And let me grab. It is a marked canister. It is a medic paste.
I see.
I linked it to chat.
Oh, it just makes it easier to recover from sickening.
It gives you an immediate save when it is applied, or it gives the creature it is applied to an immediate save when it is applied, and it gives them a +2 item bonus to that save as well.
That's pretty useful.
But daring to take a breather, as it ends just dragging themselves off.
A good way to flavor it.
Yeah.
Blow dryer.
Yeah.
The advantages of being a fire caster.
Yeah.
As you guys climb and balance your way, we leave you here in the midst of things. Can I get another acrobatics and athletics check? Whatever you are doing. You guys finish climbing down.
That's right. Assurance for another 21.
Alright, now that I've actually been blessed with the ability to hit, it's gonna curse my athletics, right?
That's
It
a
tried.
success.
What did it try?
Sure did try.
Also
Cool.
success. We all succeed. Yippee.
Yippee! After not necessarily a tough battle for you, Soba, but a demoralizing one, or maybe your morale has
Disheartened.
improved, maybe slightly.
To be fair, it's hard to punch wind.
Yeah, but it's also hard to punch tar dragons. It's also hard to
Yeah. That was in the dark.
undead.
The dark, I can't really help you with. The other two are kind of understandable.
But finally
But-
landing another blow after some
The finishing
time.
blow, even.
You aren't
Time.
quite as nimble as you were last time, but it does get the job done as you guys make your way to the bottom of this bouldering experience. Smiles. Let me roll the die to figure out what it is.
Sub-1.
Sebu. Ilebu.
So this says NPC event, but it's not necessarily non-combat.
As you guys carefully make your way down towards the bottom, Thinnis, you notice somebody up ahead that you guys seem to have caught up to. There is a rat folk ahead of you as you guys get to the bottom, who is taking a break, leaned up against the wall, breathing heavily as they seem to have just gotten done with the same climb, or recently gotten done with the same climb that you guys did.
Kind of more of a rat than I expected to pop in, really. I expected a rat folk. That's a
That's a rat.
that's a big rat.
Yeah, I think I don't really run, but I definitely like speed up my pace a little bit to head over to where it's going, and I wave and I kind of yell out like, "You all right?"
As they're sort of leaning against the wall, they look back over towards you, and you see them brandish their sword and their shield from their side, and they say, as of off Derby will protect myself in these trying. You guys aren't bad, are you?
To an outward appearance, I am not brandishing weapons. Like like it looks like a cane, and my gun is concealed. So I kind of just like
not a
hold my
single
hands out, and I just like I'm just asking if you're good.
There is genuinely not a single weapon inside. The closest there is a staff. Like,
Yeah.
Sova,
that was
however,
that was
stands
an
behind Thinnis and looks at the rat man.
that was in character, him asking if
Yeah.
No weapons.
oh thank goodness, and he sort of slumps back against the wall and lets his sword and shield rest. I guess what brings you here makes a lot less sense in the hollow, huh?
Adventure.
Stories.
I think we all have good reasons to be here. Maybe different ones.
Ah, nice. Very nice. Glad to see some friendly faces here. It seems like it's been a while since I've seen another person in general.
I'm Thinnis. What's your name? I heard it earlier, but can you say it like for real?
What the fuck does that mean?
You were like
Bradley,
you're
right?
like out of breath. I couldn't really catch it.
Collects himself and says, Azulfoff Derby, at your service.
yeah, genuinely, the out of character. When you said that, I thought you were speaking a different language. They said other words. I was prepping to say, "Can you speak common?" Until
I also thought this at first. Cool name.
My name is Soba.
I'm Mortix.
I'm Azadan.
Okay, well, and you, and he almost stammers, like he starts to say blue, like he's gonna say like blue. Who's the blue lady?
And blue. I mean, you.
Yeah. Who are you?
I'm Glacial. It is your pleasure to meet me.
he gives a slow blink and it's just like, okay, well,
I like that. That's a good line.
seeing as you all made your way down here, quite capable. Last time I met a group of capable adventurers such as yourself was back up above the cloud barrier over in the swamps.
You met a group?
Yes, a group of 4 had like and he puts his hand like sort of to his waist, a dog of some sorts.
That's them.
That's our
Our enemy.
well,
No.
Our opposition. Correction.
our
Sure.
friendly rivals.
We're racing
guess-
them to the bottom.
I guess our other half in a sense, but I don't know if I'd put it exactly that way since we've only had
Oh.
one interaction together.
Oh no, you're right. We're married.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were romantically involved with any of them.
I'm not. You don't have to be romantically involved to be married.
I guess that's fair.
Really? Ortix, sweet. Hold on, I don't have a ring. Anyway, Derby, where were they going?
Down. I last saw them heading over towards the plains on the opposite side. I think they might have said something about the ruins, but I'm unsure where they are now. Haven't seen them in a while.
He just like punches the wall next to him against the cave. He says, "That's just like them."
do you know any of them?
Of course I do. I read all of their notes.
You do?
Yes. What do you think I do during watch?
Can you give me 3 names?
Yeah. There's what's the dog's name? The most important one. I think it's Oswald.
Okay.
The rest don't really matter.
So your competition's the dog?
Azathoth's eyes, like his whole head is like darting back and forth between every person talking. This rapid exchange of okay. So you're acquainted with them.
Yes, we work under the same employer.
Interesting. Well, I did help them. I'm sure I could help you too. And he...
Oh, are you familiar with this area?
Well, not immediately. Of course, it's kind of hard to go back up, but I've gotten a pretty good lay of the land. I'm pretty good at navigating, even if it's somewhere that I haven't been before. I could help you guys around. Does what?
Ortix just looks to Thinness.
Have you by chance seen a lizard folk recently?
Lizard folk. He sort of taps, or like scratches right under his ear. Not that I can think of. Like I said, you four are the first people that I've seen in a while.
No worries. Just covering my bases.
Mm-hmm. There was some. I mean, I suppose there might have been a undead lizard folk or two in those halls, and he sort of shudders. But other than that, hard to say. Well, if you would have me, I can assuredly quicken your step a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Can we, Dennis? Please? Can we?
Why are you asking him like if we could keep a dog?
I guess so. You don't have to ask me for permission for everything. That's fine. Yeah, that we'll accept help. Yeah.
Well, he seems trustworthy enough to me.
Welcome to the party, Derby.
Hasn't immediately attacked us, so that's a good sign.
Yes, I try to stay out of trouble as best as I can. Looks around and says, "So, where are you all headed?"
Down.
Points down.
I think a simultaneous down is just about right for the word.
Everybody points down.
He
We all
sort of
strike JoJo poses pointing down. That's awesome.
he taps his fingers against his shield. And he's like, "Yes, well, down, but," and let me move us to the map. Do you have like anywhere else you're going in mind? I mean, you can see decent amount of, and he sort of looks over the ledge and, opens his hands. It's like there's a pretty large amount of places around here.
Question.
What's up?
As far as this overworld map that we're looking at, is this a map that we have, or is this stuff we can see?
Stuff you can
Like,
see. Yeah.
I'm looking at the dragon.
No, he's spitting.
Looking at the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. That
That seems pretty interesting over there.
Oh, well, wouldn't you know it? I was trying to head that way as well.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
Well, without further ado then, let's be on our way.
Ortix will look to Thinness and Azadan just to make sure that they're also in agreement.
I give a thumbs up.
Azadan has a look in their eye that they're like you see them watching the rat folk very carefully.
Okay.
with his
fine.
with his sword and his shield on his back, he sort of gets down on all fours. He's like, you don't have to worry too much about looking around. I'll try to keep us out of danger. Just try to keep up. All right?
Can do.
All right.
What does this mean mechanically?
Mechanically, Azelfoff takes you 2 encounters worth of movement, and he will avoid everything during them.
Oh.
So no encounters, which also means like no like of the knowledge ones, of the stuff that has like possibly gold and other stuff. He will just net you progress, essentially.
I see.
That's the most valuable thing, winning the race.